So I will be purchasing the new Telanthric Titan for toilet tower defense. It cost $150, so certainly not cheap because that is real money, not gems. So here I am. I've made the purchase. I'm going to the trading center and I'm claiming it, and there it is. The new unit. And just so you know, one of the difficulties I had, I guess it was really more of a my problem difficulty, is that when you order this, they send you an email for a claim code, and it ended up in my spam mail, so I couldn't actually find it right away. The purchase email, the confirmation email, arrived right away, but for some reason the email that they sent, the follow-up email, ended up in my spam mail. So just so you know, check there if you do make this purchase. But you can see he does a ton of damage, 230k per second. The best thing about him is going to be probably the special ability that he has. He has something called Corrupting Smite, which basically does 5% damage to every unit on the map, as well as makes every unit on the map take 3 times as much damage. So that's probably the best thing in running him. So I'm going to do a test with him both in Endless, and we're going to take a look at him in PvP. So let's get into Endless mode. So at this point I've already placed a couple of them. I placed one of them actually, and you can see he's actually a pretty cool unit the way he looks. So right there you're kind of seeing he's got a sword and he swings it around. Again, he's got a pretty good attack zone. He's reasonably easy to place. I didn't have really any difficulty placing him in Endless. So what we'll end up doing here is we'll end up skipping ahead until later in the match. I think first we'll check out his Corrupting Smite. That is his special ability. So I'll use that right now so you can see his Corrupting Smite as soon as it comes back online. And there we go. I will now use it. It does turn when you use it. The whole entire map ends up basically like kind of turning green when you use it. So you can see I just pressed it right there, and like I said, the main thing about that is it does do 5% damage to every unit on the map, as well as every unit on the map takes 3 times as much damage. So that's certainly a great unit to use, either in Endless or in PvP if you're playing ranked. So taking a look at how it ended up working in Endless mode, so I'll skip ahead right here. So this is later in the match. I'm on wave 155. I obviously haven't cleared him. As far as placing them, you can see I placed a whole bunch of them in the center of the map. I was able to jam a whole bunch of them. Obviously he's a bigger unit, but he's not super difficult to place. I didn't really have much difficulty placing them all on the map. So I'll sell off the remaining farming unit there just to get another one of him. Again, he does pretty good. If you look at his stats on the right, he has a stun time of 5 when he's fully upgraded. He does do slowing at 60%. His range, and you can see the white circle right there as I'm slowly updating him, his range covers a pretty large portion of the map at 70. So that's definitely pretty good. His cooldown is 1, so basically he's a unit who basically hits every second. But he does a ton of damage. You can see I'm slowly starting to get overrun right here. I'm on wave 159. It'll be interesting to see how much I actually clear with this unit, but I think where this unit definitely shines is using that Corrupting Smite ability that he has, as well as I think he's going to end up being the new dominant unit to use in PvP. So you can see I actually cleared 148 waves total beaten that I actually cleared, even though I got to wave 159. So it definitely is a pretty powerful unit. I think you're going to see him a lot, people using him in Endless, especially for his ability that he has, his Corrupting Smite. But I think where he's really going to shine is I played with my brother around in ranked and PvP, and we generally use, and I'll teleport, and this will be me in PvP. So I'm playing in PvP. I'm actually going to end up losing this match. So the strategy that me and my partner and I use is we use basically a force field ban where we bring in a shiny force field. Both of us do, we place it around the map. But we are absolutely getting destroyed by this partner team we're playing, and both of the partners on the other team both brought in this new Telanthric Titan unit, as well as they also brought in a Quantum, as well as they brought in their farming units, and one of them brought in DJ TV Man to give him a boost. But they actually dominated us, and we ended up getting, I'm not going to show the rest of the PvP match, but we ended up getting to round 94, I think, before the game ended up ending. For some reason the chill time stop would not work, so this match was actually glitched, and my partner has Glacier, and he couldn't use the time stop either, and I couldn't use the time stop, so that kind of messed up our attack. But I mean, I see a lot of teams out there using that double shiny force field, man, but this absolutely, it dominated us. I mean, you can see we're kind of getting overrun with some spiders right there, and they're just absolutely destroying them. So again, both partners on the other team brought in that new Titan, and so I think this is definitely something you're going to see a lot in PvP. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and that is the new Telanthric Titan. You get him on the website. He's $150. I do think he's actually a pretty decent unit as far as how he plays.